Who is Bonkoti? Before I answer that question, let me just warn you, I just realized that I actually have a lot of stories to tell. So in my answering your question, or in my answering the question, if I go off with my stories, please just stop me. So that was just a disclaimer, warning I needed to give you. Who is Bonkoti? Bonkoti, I suppose there are two answers to that question. One being where the name actually came from. The name Bonkoti used to be my late brother's nickname. It's a name that my father gave him, and somehow everybody in the family used to call my father Bashi Bonkoti. So that's the origin of the name. So when my brother died, I decided to take up the name in his honor, in his memory. So yeah, I took up the name Bonkoti. So now Bonkoti is now me, and me being Kalenga Eldridge Nkonge. Why did I choose photography? Photography chose me. No, I'm lying. I chose it because I suppose I've always been in love with photography. I actually bought my first camera when I was 12 years old. Through a bizarre, random turn of events, mind you, I'm 12, I found myself in Karachi, Pakistan, with my grandmother and my late elder brother, and that's a story on its own. But yeah, I got my first camera in Karachi, Pakistan, and I fell in love with photography, and it's been a love affair ever since then. Yes and no. Yes, because like I said, I fell in love with photography at the age of 12. That's when I bought my first camera. And no, because after a while, I gave it up. I gave it up for a very long time. I just had nothing to do with photography. I never even used to think of photography until recently, a few years ago, when I decided to take it up and do it seriously, and it's something I'm trying to do professionally. I used to be a DJ. A radio DJ, by the way, not clubhouse DJ, no. I used to be a radio DJ. I used to be known as Daddy O, your number one psychedelic soul brother. And in fact, when I was DJing on radio for a very long time, photography wasn't even in the picture. It was only until my last radio DJ gig, which was with Lusaka Music Radio, that photography came in. It was while I was at Lusaka Music Radio that I seriously went back into photography. And there's a connection. The way that I approached, or the way that I view music, when I was on radio, I used to play mostly soul music and jazz. And for me, the music is about feeling. For me, music it's about not just listening to music with your ears, but you have to feel the music. And I'd always say it on radio, saying you have to feel the music. And the way that I approached music is the same way that I approach photography. Photography for me it's not just looking at a picture with your eyes. When I share a picture, when I take a picture, an image, I'm trying to make the viewer feel something. So yeah. I would want them to feel some kind of emotion, I suppose. Yeah, be it. I wouldn't really say what that emotion would be, but I would want them to experience, to feel what they are looking at. Yeah, I suppose that's the best way of putting it. I am Bonkoti, and this is Ubuntu Sessions.